What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo.J. We are locked in. This is episode 3 of Put a Ring on It. Now, we know last week, the women, they went on the dates. The men, they couldn't handle it. Sean was in the bathroom throwing up. And I feel sorry for my boy, man, because you know that's got to hurt to see the woman you love going out there with another man. But before we get into this week's episode, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you want to be a part of this, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. It's the easiest thing you can do. Now, this week, we have all of the couples. All 3 couples. They're going out on dates at the same time, at the same location. So you know this is going to be even tougher. The first day you sitting at home and you're wondering what's your significant other doing on the date. Now you're going to be there watching them on the date. You know that's going to hurt a few of them. But we all adults and we got to go through the process. So let's jump into it. This is Put a Ring on It, episode 3. Y'all know what it is. Dr. Nicole, she's just breaking it down to everybody. We're going to have this date. All 3 couples, we're going to have this date, this 6-way date. You and you are going to be on a date with your people. You and you on y'all date. You and you on y'all date. But y'all going to all be in the same location. And like I said in the intro, they ain't going to be able to handle this. LaRonda and Sean. Now, Sean's already coming out and saying, a date at the same time in the same place? I ain't gonna be able to handle this. If he was throwing up at the house, I'd hate to see my boy Sean go out bad like that in a public location. Sean, hold it together, brother. As the assistant to Dr. Nicole, I'm gonna just break it down to you guys simply. Y'all gonna be on a date. Y'all gonna be in the same room. It's all about self-control. Being able to see them doing that, but staying focused on what you have right in front of you at that moment. And I don't think it's gonna work. Now, everyone's going on new dates with somebody, except for our boy Darion. Now, Alexia, look at her. Look how she's sitting there, like, arms crossed. She's like, I ain't really feeling this. I was hoping my boy would have picked somebody else, because when you show that you want to go on a date with the same person, it's showing a little bit of interest. Now, I'm not saying he has any interest in her, but, man, he should just pick somebody else. Unless something behind the scenes, they ain't have another person to go on a date, so he had to pick the same one. But let's just stick with that. They didn't have no one else, so he had to go on the same date. Production did this. My dog Eric, he's like, look, all right, I'm gonna take this seriously, and I hope these dates teach us something. Now Jessica comes down, she got on this all black, and he's looking like, yeah, you look nice, knowing he don't want her out there like that. But he said he's not gonna slam no doors on nobody. He gonna be cool with whoever she goes on a date with, and he's trying to, see this thing through. We'll see how that works. We got Mr. Clarence for Jessica's date. 33 years old, bodybuilder. He said he's fun. He likes to have a good time. He's looking for a woman that's charismatic and likes to have a good time. Did I say he's a bodybuilder? Don't say we ain't in the gym too. But Clarence, let's see what you got. 33 years old. Good luck, Eric. Turns out Eric, he played it cool. He let Jessica answer the door. Clarence came in. Both of them were respectable. I know it's tough on Eric's side, because you seeing your girl off to be with another dude. And I know for Clarence on his side, it's like, man, this is kind of awkward. But it is what it is. So, hey, hopefully this date goes pretty good. And Eric can handle himself when he actually gets there. I'm going to try to show y'all something real quick. If you look at our boy Clarence in the background, I had to move the screen over a little bit. But look where the eyes are looking. They looking down at that booty. But watch this real quick. When she gets ready to turn around, his eyes go from looking at that booty to la-dee-dee, la-dee-da. Yeah, Clarence, we called you, brother. LaRonda and Sean. Now, we know Sean is head over heels for LaRonda, and I don't know if it's him not being able to trust her on the dates or he just doesn't want to lose her. But he comes in, she's ironing his clothes because he got to get ready too. But he sees her in a dress like, oh, that's a little short. She's like, oh, no, looks are deceiving. Then for him, it's like, man, this is going to be real rough. But he's like, man, I guess we got to make it happen. So he starts making a little joke about her boyfriend. Well, not her boyfriend, but her date. And she's like, don't be making fun of my date like that. Sir James is LaRonda's date. Sir James is 38 years old, no kids. He says it's a good catch. He's looking for an independent woman, a strong independent woman. Let me make that clear. One that likes to laugh and have a good time, because he crazy as hell at all times. We got us another big build brother on here, pause. But I know Sean gonna see him like, man, I don't really know about this one either. Sir James came in. He probably about 6'3", 6'4". My boy Sean maybe 5'10". maybe 5'11". I give him 5'11", but he comes in. This is LaRonda, this is my baby, this is my everything here. And he also said that Sir James was built like a linebacker, but he ain't tackling nothing tonight. I hate calling out my boy Sean, but look at him, he's like, damn. Sir James came in, he all smooth. Nice to meet you, LaRonda. Shaking hands like a gentleman. Sean like, let me get up out of here. We know Sean's mind is racing at this point, so he asked Sir James, what makes you want to do this experience? Sir James gives the perfect answer. You never know where you're going to find love at. He's like, well, you ain't going to find it here. Then you hear LaRonda like, hey, all right, that's what these dates are for, babe. Like, she's just trying to cut that off because she knows Sean will probably go back and forth until they leave. But she's saying she doesn't feel like Sean can trust her on these dates. Now, I'm going to be honest, from the 3 episodes we've seen, none of the women seem like they would just be outrageous and disrespect the dude and go wild out on a date with anybody. So I don't see any of that from anybody on the panel, to be honest with you. Well, LaRonda gave a quick rundown on our boy Sir James. He's tall, he's handsome, very attractive. Damn, Sean. But she's like, she wants Sean to be able to trust her out on these dates. Like I said, I don't think any one of the women on the show are going to do anything that's going to be disrespectful to the man they're with. But she just wants Sean to be able to trust her, and she doesn't know how it's going to work out with, them being in the same place on the date. First thing you do, fellas, is you got to find something in common with the woman. Now, he asks LaRonda where she's from. She says it's a little town in South Carolina. He's like, oh, I know that. We played flag football. We had a football tournament there. Now, I could bring up my flag football championships and stuff, but this isn't about me. This is about Sir James. So she asked him, why is he into this process? He said, because the people here, they just don't feel like they ready for anything. So that's why I came on this to see if I could find anything serious. Sean's date is Miss Brittany. Now, we know Sean is an artist. Brittany is a singer. So she's fun. She likes to enjoy life. And also, she's not bad to look at. So we gonna see how Sean approaches this date. Sean meets Brittany. He's looking like, okay, she's beautiful, a very attractive woman. Now for Sean, he's like, a woman that has heels on that makes her taller than me, it makes me feel like a boss. So I put him at like 5'8". As soon as Sean sits down, he over there looking. Calm down, Sean. It's just that date, man. Ain't nothing happening. You ain't even did nothing with Brittany. Eat, chill, relax. Sir James like, I don't care, man. Sean, he's over here. He's kind of nervous. He's fidgeting around, but he's moving things around. And he's talking about, I'm kind of a neat freak. But he starts explaining to her, what I'm looking for is a woman that kind of understands the entrepreneurial lifestyle that I live. Because I entertain, I do hosting and stuff. Now, Brittany, she's like, okay, cool. Now, I like how they matching people up. She's an artist, she sings, so she knows exactly what he means. Like, it's going to be some nights you got to work late, some nights that you may not have anything going on. But Sean, he's calming down a little, but he was kind of nervous. LaRonda is rubbing it in Sean's face. So she's over here, she talking about, Sir James, you want to do some shots? She over here getting hype. Sean's sitting there trying to stay calm. His ass is hiding that damn button down. He trying not to look over there. He talking about, man, she don't even talk that loud, man. She just making noise for no reason. Calm down, Sean. Fan off. Chill, bro. Get you a drink, man. Just relax, brother. I'm trying not to laugh, but dog, Sean, come on, man. So Brittany asked him, like, are you all right? How are you? He's like, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. And then you see Sir James walking off, big brother, walking off with an attractive woman, put his hand behind her, And Sean just looking at it, he about to start sweating. I don't think Sean should have went through with this one. He was not prepared for this. I ain't got much to say, brother. Sir James is doing everything he's supposed to do on the first day. He's listening to her, making sure everything is good with her. They having a good time. And Sean just said, I ain't focused on my date no more. Mr. Darion. Now he's going on another date with Kai, and when a brother's feeling himself. Cause my dog was driving, he up on the steering wheel looking like T.I. in the 24's video. He cruising, you know what I'm saying? But he tells her straight up, like, hey, on this date, my girl gonna be here. And you can look at her face like, oh, really? Because we know Alexia don't play that crap. We know that for sure. Jessica and Clarence. Like I said, man, big bodybuilder dude, Clarence. Jessica, like, man, he big. He got muscles everywhere. But Clarence seems like a cool dude. He's kind of chill. So he's listening to what she says and he's asking her what she wants. And she's like, I want a man that's going to listen, that's going to actually talk about things, talk to him through before he explodes. And Clarence is just like me, like, man, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on. I'm about to talk stuff out. I'm not about to argue with nobody, man. I'm 35 years old. I ain't got time for that. And my boy Clarence, 33, he ain't trying to have that stress in his life either. As of right now, all of the first dates for the males, they doing exactly what they need to do. It's the same things I would be doing. Now, he asked Jessica what's her spotlight, and she says her being genuine. And then he's like, oh, man, you had the most beautiful smile. Now, that's going to get her blushing. It's drawing her in. You already know she's attracted to you. Smooth sailing's here. Now you got to do is just keep it real. You good to go. Eric's date is Miss Tynesha. Now, Tynesha, she's looking for an independent guy, one that can, challenge her mind and have a good time with. So, ladies, don't say you're looking for an independent man, because if he's a man, he better be independent. He better not be dependent on nobody if he's a man. If not, then he's just a little boy. But that's neither here or there. She knows what she's looking for, and I think this would be a good day for Eric, because Eric says, I need someone that I can focus on, because whether my girl's in here, I need to be focused on something else besides her and her date. Eric came in, he already had a drink. Like, we ain't even at the table yet. My boy came in with a drink. He came in looking around like my dad or something. Somebody, he's looking around. Shoot, where we gonna sit at? But he comes in, and Jessica, she looks over, and for her, she's like, whoa, it's kind of weird seeing Eric out with another woman, especially because we heard her say Eric knows how to talk to women. He just flattering with women, and she also said that he cares about smashing chicks the most. But I don't think Eric is like this. But also on her end, she's like, well, it doesn't really matter that much because I'm on a date with a man myself. So let the games begin. These two is going to be very interesting to see how they actually work in the same place, because I don't think Eric is going to act like how Sean was. What I think they should have done is had both dates come to the house so they can all meet each other, instead of having just the men come, and pick them up, or had them meet at a mutual location. That's just me thinking. But she asked Eric, how did they get to this point? And he's like, well, because it's trust issues, really. We want to go through this process and see where we're actually going to be after it. So then she also brings up with humans, especially for women, if they see a woman with a man, they want to know, what's this man got going on if he's with somebody? So that's why she feels that women are more attracted to men that are in a relationship, because it's, if I can't have that, I wonder what's all good over there. Eric, he's handling it just fine. He was like, I like this day because Tynesha, she can have a conversation. It's not us just sitting here. He likes to be able to talk back and forth and have something to actually talk about. Jessica asked Clarence, how do you feel about the situation with him being over there? And Clarence gave the perfect answer. Oh, I actually forgot, because for Clarence, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not in a relationship. That's what you got to worry about. You on a date with me, so I'm good. If nothing works between us, I still got to go on with life. You got to go home and talk to him about whatever happened, not me. Clarence does just like Sir James. All right, you tell she doesn't feel comfortable with this. Let's get her on up out of here. And they make their way up out of here. And Jessica, she ain't really feeling it, because Eric over there, he hitting drinks. They laughing. Oh, yeah. Eric having a good time. He ain't really even thinking about Jessica. We know it's in the back of his mind, but up front, he ain't showing it. Alexia and Darion. Now, Darion's already in the restaurant. Alexia's outside and she's waiting on her date. But what she's looking for is, what it seems like is someone that's just going to clear her mind from everything that's going on, have a date, and be able to enjoy it. Now, she got the all black on, got the umbrella. It just makes me think of Mary J. Blige. It's just those rainy days. And she got the umbrella. She out there dancing and stuff. Now, they didn't give us an introduction to Desi, but Alexia said he came up vibrant, and he's been flirting the whole time, so she knows he's going to be a little bit funny. And what I think she means by that is, she already said Darion, he's not going to be able to handle her being in the room with another man. So as long as Desi's flirting, it's going to make Darion be over there pretty much shaking, like, oh man, what that dude, man, what you talking to it? This is going to be a good one to watch. I called it, man. I already know how I know how the dating game is. But Alexia, she works in sales, but also on the side, she's, player development with the Hawks. She need to help me on my step back. I was trash at basketball. But they over there talking, they having a good time. While Darian, he talking about, man, I can't eat, I can't drink, I just don't feel comfortable with her over there. So Alexia was right. This is going to be fun for her. This is going to be fun for her. Because when she goes back and talks to Darian, she gonna be like, see how you felt? I knew you was feeling uncomfortable over there. Kai asked Darian, how's it making him feel? Like he said, he's uncomfortable. And she says, why? It's because I'm pretty. Now, she tried to throw that in there, but Darian's still going to hold this woman down. It's like, no, it ain't that. She ain't no hater. She ain't never going to be like, oh, somebody's ugly. If they attractive, they're attractive. But you can see that he just doesn't feel comfortable with being able to sit like this and just look over at his woman on a date with another man. But we see that he actually cares about it because he's not even worried about his date no more. All he wants to know about is what's going on over there. Because Alexia ain't no hater. Try to throw that in because I'm cute. He said no. She just knows what I like. Now Desi, he's trying to keep it cool because one thing amongst men is, hey, we don't ever want to have tension with somebody else because things can get violent quickly. So for him, he's like, nah, man, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about what's going on over there, trying to talk to her. But Alexia, she's answering the questions, like as far as her hobby. She like, I like hooping, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. That's my hobby. And he's trying to talk, but you can see that she's hearing her name being brought up in their conversation. So it's kind of awkward for her on her part. So I told you these two were probably going to be the most interesting because they both want to know what each other is doing. Everybody else, it was, we going to try to make it happen except for Sean. Thank you. Finally, somebody says that Mr. Desi is like, Alexia wants to talk about her boyfriend on this date, but nah, that's not what we here for. If I'm on a date with you, I don't want to hear about no other man. I don't care about what you and your boyfriend are doing. You and I, that's all it is. So he's trying to end that conversation. And yeah, I mean, that's Smoke from Field Mob. We know him. And Alexia's like, he's supposedly supposed to be in the studio, but he on a date. Now, the only thing I disagree with that Desi said is talking to a woman and telling her, oh man, you need to be focusing on yourself, man. 14 years. Like, hey, if you're not going to talk about that, man, don't even bring up what their relationship consists of. That ain't got nothing to do with you, man. That's playing like, I ain't got nothing personal against Desi, but for me, that's along the lines of pillow talking. You need to do, like, no, you don't do that. Hey, what part of the game is that, brother? We don't do that. You already see what's going on here. I told y'all when they were in the truck, Darian and Kai, Alexia don't play that. Now, when they get up and leave, Kai is holding his hand. Now, he got the pinky because you can tell that Kai grabbed the hand because she wanted to make a little scene. Because we seen when Darian said, oh, she ain't no hater because she tried to throw out there, oh, because I'm cute. And all this is doing is Kai trying to make Alexia mad. And I told y'all, Alexia don't play that. She like, no. The hand holding, we're gonna cut that out right now. She's taking that as disrespect. Darian know he should have dropped that hand. Come on, brother, you should have known not to walk out holding hands. And then you got Desi talking about, why you worried about that? This is exactly why you don't get into these kind of situations, brothers. If she got a man, don't even go on no date with her. Cause anything can get ugly. What if her and old girl Kai got into it and they started, man, you sitting there looking like a fool. Nah. Stay away from these type of situations. In the real world. This is for the show, but in the real world, fellas, if she has a dude and they're on and off, don't wait until they off. It ain't no on and off. Eric comes home talking about, honey, I'm home. Tries to get a kiss and she's pushing him back like, no. What you done did? Because she think he guilty. My boy ain't do nothing but have a couple of drinks. But he does say, man, that was one of the best conversations I had in a long time. It's like, whew. And she's trying to say, I thought we had something. He's like, yeah, we did. But that conversation I had today, oh, man, we laughing. It's just nonstop conversation. It was the good times. As I was saying, my boy Eric did nothing wrong. He just had a good time on his day. Maybe a little too much fun with her in the presence. But he's saying all he wanted Jessica to know is, and he's going to be truthful with you, is I want you to open up to me. I want you to be able to talk to me about any and everything. So that's the trust of communication that they were talking about. He went out there with his date, and we don't know what all they talked about, but obviously it was just more than surface level. Now, I'm sure him and Jessica, they talk about more than surface level things, but he's just saying, I want you to open up with me and just talk. It doesn't matter what it's about. Eric is just, my boy wilding out at this point. He's like, man, I'm talking to her. I ask a question and she comes back with even a better question. And we just going back and forth. It's good. And Jessica talking about, now you're just doing too much. Yeah, you should have just said it was good conversation, Eric. But, I mean, he's being truthful. Jessica starts getting emotional. Eric is like, man, I just want us to be able to conversate like that. And for her, seeing him connect with somebody else is really hurting her. We got all the couples back, and Dr. Nicole says, I know this wasn't going to be easy going on a date across from your partner, but with this, it was a learning experience. So let's hear what everybody learned from this. And how did it go for you? How did you handle it? Now, I'm going to keep this serious for Sean right here. Now, Sean, they asked him how was his date. He said he couldn't really get into it because he was too focused on their date. He could hear them talking. Now, he also said, oh man, LaRonda's not going to like Sir James. He's a big dude, nice cars. She doesn't like that. Now, Dr. Nicole calls him out, and these are controlling tactics to try to tell her what she likes and what she doesn't like. Now, for LaRonda, she says, visually, he's attractive. It was a good time. It was a good date. And then Sean's like, well, he tried to put his hand on the small of her back. Now, we did see it. LaRonda says she didn't notice it. And he's just trying to say, I'm supposed to believe you over my own eyes. And Dr. Nicole was like, do you trust her? Yes or no? He's like, yes, but she's like, yes or no? He said, yes. Dr. Nicole gives it to Sean straight. Like, you have to control your emotions and what you're dealing with before you can worry about doing something for anybody else. Because if you don't have yourself in check, then you can't really speak on anything because you don't know what's going on with you. So she's just telling them, you got to control your emotions. It must have been something that happened. But you can't knock LaRonda for enjoying her time. Alexia and Darion. Now, Alexia says she was on her date. Her date didn't care. She said, oh, there's my dude over there. He was still shooting his shot. That's why I told y'all when they first went in there, Alexia said this is going to be funny because she wasn't going to give this guy Desi any attention. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? That's why she felt it was going to be funny. Now, Darion, on the other hand, he couldn't stand it. He couldn't stand being in this room and seeing her over there talking to another man. So for him, it was hurting on the inside, hurting. I knew what was going on. So they even discussed when they were leaving, Alexia's like, oh, she grabbed his hand. I told y'all he was holding on with his pinky. He wasn't really trying to hold on to her hand. I know he shouldn't have did it, but he says he wasn't trying to embarrass her. And Alexia said it looked like they were going to a hotel, but this was just Kai trying to stir up something because we seen what she was on. She was trying to make Alexia jealous the whole time. And Alexia wasn't even worried about you. So it really didn't work. That's why Alexia was like, oh, no hands. And look at Darren. He said 3 times she said no hands. Now, I wasn't going to just yank my hand away from her, but I did have that pinky in there. Now, here's the thing. These two, they have a close relationship. They've been around each other. And it kind of sucks, but at the same time, if you've been with somebody for so long, y'all build up that close of a friendship where they say when they argue, they do low blows. It sucks, but when you're close to somebody, you do that. And if you take the high road, you're going to lose that conversation. And once you guys been together so long, some of your relationship is built on who was right and who was wrong. Yeah, I know it's bad, but it's just the norm, man. Y'all didn't. This is what y'all are. So it's not bad all the way, but it is, if that makes sense. Dr. Nicole tells Alexia she should have been focused on her date and just let whatever that is go. But I told y'all Alexia ain't gonna put up with this. Old girl laughed in her face. So at that point, we know Dr. Nicole is trying to help us out, but at the same time, we still humans and our backgrounds, it's just how we live. But Dr. Nicole is saying, we have to trust this process. That's what we're here for. We're doing this because we want to get all of that out of your system to see what's really there. Jessica and Eric, they both talk about their date. Now, her and Clarence, she's like, it was a good date. It wasn't just all about the attraction. We were actually talking and having a good time. Now, for Eric, we know he came in there. I told y'all he came in with a drink. He's over here having a good conversation. He's having the time of his life over there. According to Mr. Eric, it's the best conversation I ever had. But Dr. Nicole wants to know, is there anything that you gained from this, though? I mean, you can kind of see these things. That's why when they were at the house, I was saying the conversation he was having with his date was deeper than surface level. Now, him and Jessica, they may every now and then have deeper, go a little bit deeper than the surface level, but for the most part, it's probably them just living together in this normal conversation. Oh, did you see this TV show? Such things like that. Because he wants to talk about growth and expanding and doing other things. What I'm getting from this is Eric said he's realizing that, and what he gained from this is it's not all about looks. So he was having a good conversation because the woman he was on a date with, that wasn't really his type. So what I'm getting from this is he opened up to somebody he felt like he could be cool with. She was an attractive woman, but she wasn't his type. So really, it doesn't seem like he would pursue anything with her besides just conversation and being able to open up, because it seemed like he only talks to attractive women. So it's going to stay surface level. Jessica say, man, it kind of sucks hearing him say that, because I never heard him speak that highly of a woman. But also, you haven't mentioned him talking to a woman that wasn't his type, that he didn't find as attractive as the women he go after. See, I just said it. She never mentioned him talking to women that he wouldn't consider his type or the attractive level that he would talk to. So she's saying that's all he had to go off was just conversation. So Eric, he talks to attractive women, and it's just surface level. When he talks to someone that really isn't his type, he can have deeper conversations. And that's exactly what Jessica was saying. He only had conversation to go off of because that wasn't necessarily his type. It's tough, but I mean, you can see all of this, people. I like the analogy that Dr. Nicole uses with the color palette. You don't always know. I'm just gonna make it simplified. You don't always know what color that person is looking at. They may say it's green, but then you'll say, oh no, it's purple. This is it. Now, what she's saying is, you don't always know what the other person's perspective of something is. So you just have to get a true reading, meaning see what they see, talk to them about it, and get the real behind it. Sometimes it's not going to be the safest thing. It's going to kind of hurt you a little bit, but you'll get an understanding of what they're getting at. All right, the moment we've been waiting on. Are we going on a second date with our dates? Third in Darion's case, or are we getting somebody new? Let's see. Alexia and Darion. Now, before we get started, let me congratulate myself. Damn, I'm good. Darion, my brother said he's gonna go on a third date because he said it wasn't right, it wasn't fair, he wants a redo. Alexia with Desi, I told y'all, man, she wasn't really feeling the dude. He's cool, but it wasn't gonna be nothing more than that. So she's like, nah, we could be homies, but it's nothing more than that. That's why I told y'all, when she said it's gonna be funny, I already knew what it was, man. Jessica and Eric said, nah, I couldn't go on another date with her because, I mean, the mental was there, but I still had to be, saying that attraction level has to be up here. So Jessica was right. I was right. When he's talking to a woman that he's not attracted to, he can open up more. But, the more attractive women, that's what he likes. Jessica, on the other hand, she said she wants to go on another date with Clarence. Big boy Clarence, bro. LaRonda and Sean, and we want to know, LaRonda, are you gonna go on another date with Sir James? We know it's gonna hurt, my boy Sean, but that's where they leave us until next week, people. That's where they leave. There you go, episode 3, and put a ring on it. We're 3 episodes in. As of right now, which couple do you think is gonna make it the furthest? We got LaRonda and Sean, Alexia and Darion, and Jessica and Eric. Let me know what y'all think below. But hey, thanks for watching. I'm J. If you like the content on the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.